Welcome to our channel. It's me, and today we're going to look at a psalm that's all about pain and abandonment, but also hope in the midst of suffering. That's right, Psalms 22. Let's dive in. So this psalm is famous for beginning with the words, my God, why have you forsaken me?" These words are echoed by Jesus on the cross when he cries out, my God, why have you forsaken me?" So we know this psalm is speaking of abandonment, but it's also speaking of something else. Stick with me here. David begins by crying out to God, saying, "From the depths I call to you, Lord, Lord, hear my voice. Let your ears be attentive to my cry of anguish." Notice the repetition here. He calls God, Lord, hear my voice. Let your ears be attentive. There's desperation here. And this cry of anguish echoes the cry of Jesus on the cross. But listen to the words that follow. My heart said of you, seek his face. So even in the midst of his despair, David doesn't give up on God. He's crying out to God, but he's also reminding himself of who God is. You are my God. I will praise you. And then he worships God, saying, you are the one who saves me. All my anxieties are nothing before you. My anguish and my suffering, you have made them all my own. This is a powerful truth. We can bring all our anxieties, all our worries, everything we're going through to God because he's saying he's made it his own. And then he reminds himself of God's faithfulness. Oh God, if I go ahead and boast, do not rebuke me, for my enemies are boasting against me. They are the ones who boast in your sight, but I am continually praising you. So David ends this psalm by praising God, thanking God, and acknowledging God's great power. So what's the takeaway? What's the big idea here? Well, David begins this psalm crying out to God in despair. He feels abandoned, he feels alone, and he feels like God is not listening to him. But he doesn't stay there. He doesn't stay in that place of despair and hopelessness. Instead, he reminds himself who God is. And as he does, his posture changes from one of despair to one of praise and worship. And that's the key. No matter what we're going through, no matter how bad things may seem, we can rest in the fact that God is still on the throne. He hasn't forgotten us, he hasn't left us, and he is working in and through every situation for our good and for his glory. So don't stay in the place of despair. Don't stay in the place of hopelessness. Remember who God is. Call to mind his great power and his great faithfulness. Praise his name. Worship him and thank him because he is working. Hey, I hope this was an encouragement to you. If you liked this video, hit the thumbs up button and leave a comment below. And we will see you next time for another psalm. Until then, breathe deep. God's word is true.